Good Monday morning. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever day, whenever, wherever you are. So, welcome again to our daily reflection. A chance to hold up a mirror to the universe and see if there's anything that we need to review, like a daily inventory. So, a daily reflection is just that. It's the tarot cards reflecting back at us. It's using our intuition. It's about asking the cards, what do I need to check out? What do I need to know today? Any angers or resentments? And then we look at that mirror, and when we look in the mirror, it reflects back a true image. And sometimes we may not see that frown. Sometimes we may not, we'll look at the mirror and say, wow, do I look angry? Or sometimes I look in the mirror and it's like, I am not getting enough sleep. Things like that. So we just use the tarot as a reflection to trigger those thoughts, to trigger those concepts, to see where we might be today, to see what we might not be seeing. So it's a chance to put our feet flat on the floor. Make sure our butt's nice and comfortable. It's a reminder to loosen up our shoulders. It's a reminder to take that breath and listen to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. Because if I didn't have the cards, if I didn't hear that sound, I wouldn't even think about taking a breath this morning. It's all about developing the habit, finding our own light switch, something that says, click, oh, it's time to take a breath. So what does the universe have for us today? So, here I am, and I'm going to make my 3 stacks. Each one of these stacks is the different thread going out to the universe. Each one is a different thought or idea. And if you believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is its own separate path, because this conversation and these top cards will lead in one direction as compared to this one or this one. And it's just interesting to think that whichever path I choose, there's 2 alternatives, 2 different discussions that we're not going to have. And that just fascinates me. So I'm going to go with what's right in the center, what's right at the heart. Let's see what the universe has for us today. Are we all relaxed? Okay, I'm going to do our 3 in 1. And I'll flip each card over one at a time like we're telling a story, as if this is the pages in a book. And I like to remind myself that it's just like life, because I could be going through and I think I know exactly where we're going when I flip over this card, and then all of a sudden I flip over the last card and it changes everything. So that's why I try to just, when anxieties kick in or anything like that, it's the last card hasn't been flipped over. So we don't know. Let's see. Today, Queen of Pentacles reversed. So queens, they are, and what I always say is that the court cards are gender neutral. They're the energies. So the energy, it's a feminine energy. The queen, the mother, the caretaker, the nurturer. And then we have coins, which are health, finances, home, things like that. And when it's reversed, it means it's something that we need to pay attention to. Something is reversed in this card. So with the court cards, it could be us, it could be somebody else, or it could be part of a situation. But since it's reversed, let's see what the queen is looking at. which is the devil card. So people see the devil card, they're like, ooh, but the devil card is just the harms that we do to ourselves or others. A lot of people use the example of addictions and things like that because we have the chains on here. And it's one of those things where the chains are loose, and if we just turn this upside down, we see that the chains would actually fall off because they're that loose. But the devil card is just those things that we do to harm ourselves or others. It could be being deceitful in our home, in our relationship. It could be not doing the next right thing. And it's those bad habits that we may have. So, and then we have justice. So what is justice? Justice is clear-sightedness. Justice is seeing the facts for the facts. It's not about weighing emotions when making a decision. So far, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. We have that situation where we need to focus at home, where our bad habits, or using the word bad is judgmental anyway, and we have the Justice card. So let's let the Justice card do its job, and we'll say that with the Devil card, we have the card that's very much about home and finances and nurturing reversed, into the Devil card, which is again those harms we do to ourselves or others. It's not about being judged, and with this card, it's just those things that when we say, I can't believe I did that again, or what was I thinking, is how I like to look at this card. But the important thing is that this is a major. So the minor cards, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s are the day-to-day cards. This is a major, which is more of a destiny card. And this is leading into getting busted. Sometimes we do things. Sometimes we want to get caught. Sometimes we want the truth to come out. Sometimes that's the only way we're going to change. And again, it just might be something, with the household or with work or finances. I'm not putting the effort in at work I should. And I know that. And so my bad habits kick in. I cruise the internet. I do this, I do that. Anything to avoid what's going on. Which could be the same thing with home. Instead of focusing on the relationship, family, things like that, what are my negative traits doing that are pulling me away from what I should be doing? So this is the advice card. The King of Cups reversed. So kings are the intellectual one. As far as, again, it's gender neutral, but kings are the ones that take charge, because if this is the 1500s when the cards were made, who'd take charge? It would be the kings. They would send out the knights. They would make sure that all this happens. And then cups, though. So I've been told that I am the King of Cups. Cups are our emotions. Cups are our feelings. All those things that go with it. So with the King of Cups, sometimes it's, if we look at it, kings are the element of air, cups are the element of water. Kings are about being in the head. The element of water, the cups, is about the heart. So the advice card is saying, what is going on? What is this battle inside between the heart and mind? Here's the Queen. The Queen is the element of water also. But she's reversed. And then we have the King. So when we have this many court cards, sometimes it's a battle. Sometimes it's a battle between heart and, between two people. It's bringing another person in, and sometimes there's a conflict between the two. We have a strong feminine card and a strong masculine card, and there's a battle. We see what these bad habits have, and that we're going to be, it all comes out in the wash. So today, as we look at this and we look at what just those habits we've developed, am I spending, and I'm going to say for me, why am I spending so much time in front of the TV watching these darn TV series when I could be working on a book, or I could be doing something else, or I could be doing my finances or anything else? But here's my bad habits. It's like, you know what? I need to be working on getting these things, personal life, things like that in order, because judgment it's just going to come out in the wash, and I'm going to end up saying, well, Your Honor, yeah, you're right. I should have known. I should have been doing this, but I just couldn't get out of it. And that's the wake-up call. And how do we do that? Well, when I see an advice card like this turned around, it's telling me that there's a focus, and I need to turn this king card around. I need to, this is the feminine energy, which is the heart, the feeling side. The king, it's about, I need to turn this advice card around so that, all right, I need to focus on what needs to happen, because the king is kind of like the justice card, because kings are clear-sighted. But we also have the cup. The king is taking things into consideration. So it's mind over heart, as compared to the queen of cup, or of the queen of swords. The queen of swords would be, heart over mind. But this is about logically saying, I understand, this is how I feel, but I need to overcome this because I am the king and this has to happen. Even though this is the feeling behind it, or even tough love, but this is what's got to happen. But it's reversed, and it's telling us that we have the turmoil of doing what we need to do. We're distracted. The emotions are getting away. Feelings are getting in the way. So the advice is turning that around. So ultimately, what's going on in my life? What habits, what self-harm, harm doing to others, what is going on? That ultimately there's going to be a price paid is the question. And that we need to take charge. We acknowledge feelings, but we need to take charge so that when we're presented with the justice card, we can acknowledge, yep, there was a problem. I didn't pay that bill, but I paid it. I paid the late fees, and I'm going to work on myself to try and do better. So, thank you very, very much again. And today it's just about looking in the mirror and asking for Monday, what are these bad habits and what can I work on this week? That's all it's saying. What can I work on this week before something catches up with me? So I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week, and I will be back again tomorrow, Tuesday. And with that, thank you very, very much. Take care.